bringing us in. Just ask Tani the question and then we'll just go from there.
So take my pick.
Are you sure? But really, so people actually always ask me this question and I'm like, how? I don't think about it. So if you guys were to have 1 million naira, what would you do? What would be the first thing?
So just give me 1M right now, liquid.
Like 1M.
I'll take that money to Sportybet.
Thank God!
1.5 odds.
Thank God! The problem of
I say it. God forbid bad thing. Jesus Christ. See, well, what I say might not actually apply to you guys, but I think I'll probably just get like a console for myself right now to kill the boredom that is like giving me there.
You drop like 700k on what, like PS5 right now?
Yes.
With 1M liquid.
It is 1M. Do you want me to go and buy?
That's good.
You want me to go and buy coins? You want me to buy BTC that's not sure?
I would think about food, but that's good. It's helping.
It's 1 million naira. What do you want?
Wait, stop. You say you do plastic surgery?
BBL.
Wait, stop. You know
okay.
that
Let's start with the show, please.
Wait. Stop.
Let us start.
One breast will be bigger than the other.
Okay.
Welcome, guys. Welcome, guys, to the Rant Room on TVC. My name is EJ and Tani. Beverly Hills. We don't really care about him, so his name is alright. He's alright.
Wow.
So, anyways, today we were talking about how would I picture it? Anyways, today we're talking about young people and their, rise for fast money, how they want to get, money quickly. Everybody wants it, we're available for that. So,
what do you mean by available?
We are available to make money.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I like how you clarified that.
Thank you. So, guys, we know that, we're in Nigeria, right? And everybody wants to jackpot to wherever, Canada, UK. So, guys, do you have your 9-to-5 jobs? Yes. Okay. So aside your 9-to-5 jobs, what else do you guys do?
Okay. Well, as bad as I criticize what he said, but then that's what I actually do to get like a little bit of change in my account back.
Okay.
This is the guy that sends me codes.
What?
Oh, he's today.
Wait, that's what you do. That's what you do.
Is that like a side hustle?
It's small, yes. I'll call it like a side hustle for myself because I know I see something from it more than.
So really, truly.
He knows what it is, but then yes.
No, you're the one who said it. So explain.
Okay. It's Sportybet.
Okay. So that's something people do, even the rich, they do it.
Yes, so
I think it's nice.
You think?
Think.
Have you tried it?
Have you tried it? Have you lost 50k because Bayern refused to score?
50.
You can actually take risk in that. How?
Yeah, life is all about
scared
risk
money
now.
doesn't make money.
Exactly. Life is all about risk.
Scared money don't make money.
It's the risky ones that actually now get you to bread.
On God. Have you ever seen 1k turn to 60k?
Please don't listen to them. Keep your money and save your money.
Don't listen to us, it's true.
Beverly.
Don't try it, I beg.
We never advise it. Please, I beg. Don't do it.
So my side hustle is my passion and the talent I have. I create films. I'm a writer. And it's something I love doing. So it's not like a job or something for me. Just something I naturally gravitate to. And then by God's grace, I'm monetizing it. So that's like my side hustle.
Nice one.
That's
What's
nice.
your 9 to
So,
5?
yeah.
I don't have a 9 to, I don't want to work for anybody. I realized that I'm not made to work for anybody.
So then
wow.
I'm not joking.
then she literally doesn't have a side hustle.
Okay, so that's your main job. That's your main job.
Exactly.
That's your main
That's your main job because you're unemployed.
So what is it?
I buy stocks, Facebook, Apple. I'm a shareholder.
Why does the accent have to come out?
You see,
I'm intelligent.
Okay, that's
so accent.
No, I said that we're laughing too much. That's actually very intelligent. Like you buy stocks and you know.
Like it's something very easy. Just online, read about it. Now apps are like available for you to buy
Bamboo and all of that. Wow.
Make sure you take courses online, talk to the right people.
Have you ever bought meme coins?
Meme coins are shit coins.
Let's call it that shit coins, yes.
Yeah. It didn't go so well. But there's one time BTC was fun. I saw it live. I could not sell it immediately because my phone, like, it was just like, so I was like,
MTN stopped you.
Bro,
God.
the one, oh
I'm
my
start
God.
crying.
Let me tell you one that not ruined me, but then made me just sad for God knows a couple of days or something like that. It went up and then it just dropped. I was like, oh my goodness.
See, I was a millionaire for 2 minutes.
Hey.
I was a millionaire for 2 minutes. Like my mom, like it was actually
Greed. See, it's
trading.
greed.
It's
Finish
greed.
it. Exactly.
They said it's not your money. I said, no, God said you should increase this money. Sorry, money does not make
Oh
money.
boy. Well done.
Actually, that
Can I
can
tell you
happen
how
to
a
me,
friendship
but-
of mine almost ended? There was this other meme coin, it was called Fluky. So one of my guys said, oh, he's put just small money on this right now. Promise you it will blow. I won't say how much money I made, but I made a stupid amount of money. So now, me trying to be a good friend, you see
say the
women.
price?
So me being a good friend, I'm like, let me try and put my people on. I started telling this one guy, I say, bro, trust me, put money, any money you have now, liquid, put it on this. Bro, let me just give a number. Let's just say 800K. Right now, I think it's worth about 20K.
Wow.
That's how much you lost. And I
Big
cashed
wow.
out, so I wasn't even affected. I made my money on
Those things
coin.
are on.
Double
I don't know
wow.
if
For a few months, he thought I set him up.
Right, that's how it would be.
Joking.
I think the
For
only
what? He
money
couldn't
that I have
talk to me
lost
now.
was when everyone was talking about Wakanda Inu. I don't know if you guys bought that coin.
No, anybody that bought a
Sorry.
cryptocurrency with Wakanda on it.
I'm telling
Whatever
you,
money you lost, you deserve
everybody
it.
at the office, anybody at the office were talking about Wakanda Inu that I need to buy. Okay, I'm like, okay, fine, let's just try it. Let's just see what this coin can actually do. So I kept in my money. And then the other people were like, leave it for a while because it was actually increasing very well. So like, leave it for a while, it's still. I now left it for the ones that said leave it for a while, they've already taken their money. They knew how the market was.
Can
they took
you
their
imagine?
money. Some people got phones, got new laptops. I think they used the money to get all this electronic stuff and all of that. So, but me that I said, okay, it still increased.
They
Maybe
use it to
leave
monitor
it.
market.
Okay, the way my money dropped
Sorry.
It's one of my friends.
Sorry.
She just left it there. She said, I cannot keep myself. She was just insulting everybody that told her to put her money aside. So for me, I think that was the only thing that actually that I've lost money in this these coins. But anyways, let's move further to other questions. Do you guys, since we're all looking for money and all of that, people are always saying school is scam, money is the way, and
Probably
all this it probably is. Okay, that's where my question is going. And you said you hated school. You don't want to go back to school.
I hated secondary school.
Oh wow, you took it back.
So, yes.
School.
So do you think university education or education right now is it in this 2023? Like people can still go to university and come out and do what they studied in school and then make money off it?
I think it
I think
depends.
let's do it statistics now.
Hey.
Are
Your percentage.
Are you doing what you studied in school?
Well, I said in this new era. I didn't say back
No,
then.
like let's do it. Like
No, I'm not.
Oh God,
Are
I
you-
already know.
Somewhat, yes, because I studied mass comm.
Oh,
oh,
nice.
this is one of the few.
If I should tell you
I
my
did-
cause, you guys will
English.
pity me. No, go on.
I studied biochemistry.
That's still
And you're
okay.
filmmaking.
I'm in first class. I'm not
Whoa,
joking.
wow.
And I like film.
No, biochemists, they get to write formulas, right? Write chemical
You
formulas.
can't
Yeah,
flip it.
all of that.
you don't
know.
you don't write
that-
biochemistry.
Exactly.
Biochemistry writes
You get projects.
CaO1.
You get to write projects.
I was in
You get to write
pilot
projects.
I wrote project. I was in pilot mode that 4 years. I just said, let me just get this. Let me make
No, I
my father
understand.
proud. And then I
understand.
got that.
And
I
that's
was
so
so
good.
confused. I came out when COVID came out.
Wait, first class in biochemistry.
Yeah, she's
girl has
shocked
sense.
me. Oh, she's she's actually brave.
has
Of
sense.
Lagos. But I came
not
out
UI.
COVID. No, University
Unilag.
of Lagos.
Oh, okay,
I came out
Unilag.
during COVID year, and then I was confused. I was lost. I was like,
Yeah.
This is
That's
not what
the
I want to
beginning.
do.
like my dad wanted me to go back to study medicine because he
Ew.
was like, you're going to everything. You spend 5 years of your life. You're going to, I said, I don't know what came over me. It was the first time in my life. I just said, no, Daddy, I want to be on TV. And now, Daddy, you're watching me.
Nice one. Well done.
Aww.
Yeah.
Okay. Ahim, what do you study or what are you
Study
doing?
politics and international relations.
Oh yeah,
bro.
you're arguing here. That's
No, but
that's
then
fair enough.
He said that.
No wonder it's
Bro, I ventured into like. I think you did law before.
Yeah, I did law in my first year. Got a first class in that. Found it too boring.
See, another.
Found it too
So you
boring.
have 2 degrees.
No. I did the first year of law. I did really well in it, but I just found it too boring.
You deviated.
So my parents were like, not even, like I said, no, I don't want to do this. I want to do something like journalism or mass comm, something like that. My parents said, oh, we're not sending you away to school to study journalism or what. Like, you know, because I've always said, you know how it is
Wow.
in Nigeria. Lawyer, doctor, engineer, or disgrace. Lawyer, doctor, engineer, or disgrace. That's
Jinx.
all it's ever been. So when I now tell them that I didn't go to school for a year, they pulled me out of school for a year because we were fighting for a year. Yeah, I didn't go to school for a year. That's why I graduated. I'm 24 and I graduated uni last year. Because I missed a whole year. Plus the first year I did. So basically I missed 2 years of school.
And you're okay with the decision you made.
I'm very, because the thing is, even though I went to politics because it was more interesting than the law, in my head I'm like, number one, I have dreads and I'm from Nigeria. I am not going to be a politician in this country. Let's be honest. I'm happy.
I'm
Start a new
trying.
era. It's a new era.
New era.
Yes,
The
but
president of our country, the president of our country now was president in 80.
Does he not own the position, Charlie boy?
No, I don't think it does.
No.
Okay,
The
maybe
closest is
Okay.
Tandy from the Johnsons running for something and he still failed. So
Okay.
Nonsense.
Okay, let's not go into politics then. But I mean, you guys are. I'm still going to say mine, but really, mine is home science.
I'm so sorry. I'm so
Home science.
It's just because
I wanted to do
didn't expect that.
microbiology.
It's just because I.
But I know. So anybody, I'm sometimes I'm always ashamed to even tell them that this is what I study. And this.
Why are you guys laughing? Every course is important. There's no
Is it?
What's important in home
I should have just stayed with my
Tell me
mom.
what is important in home
No,
science.
so basically,
Like,
that's the name of the course. No.
Lol.
Okay, so that's the name of the course, but my major was clothing and textile. So I was still going to go into fashion designing. So that's it.
It gets worse each time. Sorry.
How is that worse? No, I could have been a fashion designer. People actually do study that.
Chanel,
So yes, I was supposed to go to
Textile.
Oxford just to further my fashion design.
Wow. I think it's
Here I
like that
am
with
on
like.
TV. So everybody always asks.
So what do you guys talk about? Every course is
Are you
respectable.
fine?
Every profession is
Yeah,
respectable.
including
It
English
is.
studies also.
Exactly, including English language.
What's wrong with English language?
No, I'm sorry. That
think
one.
that-
That one. Anybody that went to school to study,
Study English
it's so
language.
funny. I'm even tripping over my words.
Language is the hardest language, like apart from Mandarin. English language is hard. Like I don't
See,
understand.
you can study English at uni if you're not a native English speaker. If you're a native English speaker that had decent secondary school education, you went to university, you drop bar to study English. I'm so sorry.
I
Just
think
threw
those
money in
people
the air.
actually do it. I think
That is actually
you can
the type
work
of thing
in,
that is you're actually
you can work
better
in
off
foreign
putting that money in
affairs.
Sportybet. I'm telling you. I swear to God, studying English. No, like
You can work with the foreign affairs. You can work with public relations.
And how
You
easy
can
would that
actually
be for you
work.
to get that?
How easy? It's
Would that
going
be-
to be
number
easy.
one, you're going to need
It's
to study.
actually going to be
You're going to
easy.
need to study a
Since you
second
study-
language.
You can actually
You're going to
teach
need
English in other countries. Okay, even though they are still doing
But
it
you
now,
would
you can teach
still
English
need
in other
knowledge
countries.
in the
and if you go
language
to
of the country
China
you're going
or
to.
Japan, you're going to be any way more.
But you're going to need knowledge of the language of
That's what
where
they
you're
study.
going to.
Yeah, you need to study
Well,
Japanese. So you're going to
I
Japan.
would
Well,
go to Japan
that's
to
the
learn
point.
Japanese.
Anyway, but I feel like the 4 years in university taught me something. Like people management. I know, like, basically my confidence. Actually, when I left university, that's when I actually became more confident. When I was university, I was like,
Do you think that aside university,
yeah.
do you think there's any other knowledge or any other skill that we can actually get to? How do I put it? Well, if we didn't get university, what other education would we have gone for?
There's different ways, bro. Number one, people don't know like YouTube is like a free university.
Actually, I think,
the amount of free information on YouTube.
This
all I've ever known about editing, I learned from YouTube. Not a class,
yes.
not a nothing.
Even
everything.
this guy that has Tesla.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, actually. I think he said it. BM. Actually, I think he said his children learn most of the stuff they're doing from YouTube. I don't think his kids goes to school like that. But he said they learn, and I'm like, how? This is a rich man, he can afford anything.
Yeah, okay,
and
so
this is him bringing up YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, so he probably realized that it's not everything that is actually I'm not sure, but then not everything that is actually probably like needed in life needs to come from school. You can learn.
Yeah.
This is my perspective on it. I feel like certain roles should require school. Because me, I can't lie, I am not going to a hospital where the doctor learned how to do surgery on YouTube. I'm not doing it.
I can't say because it has to be a theory part.
Why don't you go to YouTube to learn surgery?
That's what I'm saying.
And you think anybody that comes out alive from that kind of thing, now God
God loves
But do you know that a person that spends 4 years in the hospital to learn how to do surgery can do surgery, doesn't need a certificate.
Well, with that, we'll go on a break.
She will explain that to me better.
I don't understand what she means by that.
You will explain that to me later.
Let's go on a break. We'll be right
These are the
back.
people getting first class in biochem.
I see.
We'll be back, Sha.
Welcome back, guys. It's still the Ranch Room on TVC, and if you've been following us, you know the hashtag already well. If you don't and you're just new here, you can use hashtag the Ranch Room on TVC. And yeah, we've been talking about how young people are gravitating towards like making faster money and everything. So right now, what I'm going to ask you guys is, are we go like apprenticeship? Would you like go towards apprenticeship, like work under somebody? Why?
Let me take myself back to maybe like 4 years ago when I was probably the appropriate age of doing apprenticeship or whatever. I think depending on...
Exactly, is there an appropriate age?
No, I'm sorry, there's certain ages, like if you're like 25, 26 doing apprenticeships, it looks a bit like, guy, find work.
I think doctors, what do they call doctors that are learning?
Residents.
Yeah, residents.
No, but that's different though, because you have already 4 years of studying at least, like...
No,
there's no age limit to this.
I'm going to disagree with you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
If you really want something.
Anybody that wants something,
you
like,
have to learn.
See, people go to uni at 60. It's like, obviously, that is just one thing. But I'm just saying, let me go back to the time where I would have felt most comfortable doing apprentice. That's what I would have said. Would I have wanted to do it? Yes, in a lot of situations, especially factory, what I studied politics, for God's sake. But in a lot of ways, I would have done it, especially, let's just say, in the world of media, for example. If I had the opportunity to work under, let's say, a broadcaster or a journalist or anything like that, I would have snatched the opportunity, because there's knowledge you can get from those places that you can't get at university, because university is like, it's... The thing about university and a lot of conventional education is that it's very rewarding. It's literally built for you to be just a regular employee. It's not built for you to advance. Like, all you learn how to do is take tests. It's like, it's very... It's very one-dimensional. And it really takes special minds to really advance. And even that stuff goes deeper than what you learned. It's more of what you are as an individual that you can provide to your company. The certificate is just nice. Like, that's what gets you into the door sometimes. Like, University of blah, blah, blah. I studied blah, blah, blah. Sometimes that will get you to start a conversation with someone important. But sometimes it's like, depending on the value you bring just as an individual, there are dropouts that are billionaires, bro.
Yeah.
So
Okay, no, Musk is not a dropout. Is Musk a dropout?
She can't decide who she wants, though, but then,
too much money. Okay, so I feel like apprenticeship is when you, like, let's define what it is. Apprenticeship is when you work under someone for experience. So, like, why I value that more, it's because, like, I've said it before, like, when you're advancing through life, it's better when you have somebody that tells you about his failures, about his successes, because that's the only way, like, that's when you get to learn. You get to learn. The experience. Yeah, and you get to experience, because sometimes when you fail in life, it just feels like it's a complete failure. But when you have someone that's gone through that failure and it's like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is what it, like, and it's very important to work under someone that cares about you.
Exactly.
Future.
That.
Not someone that sees you as a play.
Or someone that sees you that this girl, if she goes far in life, she'll be better than me.
Especially women, they don't want to see you like advanced, like that's when you're young. They just want to see you advanced. Like why? Like at my age, I know people that have helped. Like it's not something I'm trying to like brag about or anything. It's just like when I see people come to me for help, I'm like, me, we no make up. So I'm like, I feel good because it's just something of like, you mean everybody needs help. We all need that help, and we need that experience to advance. Something that university will not teach you. Whatever I learned in university, the only thing I learned from there.
Wahala.
Let me not say.
So me basically, apprenticeship is meant to like if you have like something else you have an interest in, or whatever, like you should probably go towards it, or if you know someone that how do I put it, that goes in that line of study of what it is you want, you can go under that person and learn what it is you want. Because I think probably like 2-3 years back, I was under someone around Opebi, learning mixing and mastering, audio, voiceover stuff. And so there I really learned something, but then continuity didn't make me like go for it. But then it was something I really liked because there you learn a lot. So like from what it is you're learning, you can venture into other things. Because from there you can go into video production and stuff. Because from audio, it also relates to video, but then just with the visuals and everything. So it was something. Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask a question to everybody. If you're an employer and you want to employ someone, you have to candidate. One person went to school for 4 years and got first class in that subject matter, let's say mass comm. The other person, 4 years of experience in what exactly you're asking for. Which one would you pick?
Yeah, so it depends on what both parties bring out to you. So it's not. So you obviously have to interview them first before. So
you've already interviewed them.
Yeah, so it's
probably based on their experience.
Exactly, it's based on what feedback you get from them.
And even in a lot of ways, like even an apprenticeship sometimes, like if I'm an employer, let's say someone has worked under someone in a said role for 3-4 years, and then somebody's been in university, let's even say he did well in university, I can even find myself trusting the guy that did the apprenticeship more. Why? Because he's lived the life already, he's been there. You might be knowledgeable on the topic, but I don't know how you actually are in the line of fire. It's like, now, if this person apprentice, if I ask him to do the task now, he should be able to do it because you've been there, you're working under, and I'm sure whoever you're working under has probably given you opportunities to be, let's just say like an editor, for example, has probably given you opportunities like, okay, edit this show, do this, blah, 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 blah. Boom. On like raw knowledge where it's like, okay, in theory I should know how to do this, but now how do you work under deadlines? How do you work under pressure? How do you work with people? Like, so stuff like that, it's like Tony said, it's like, it really depends on what does that person bring. How do they answer an interview? If I gave them like a piece of work to do in a set time, how well do you do it? Stuff like that shouldn't really matter. It doesn't.
Okay, so I've not gotten a response from you yet.
Well, I mean, I'm a media person and
this is great hair.
Life on air. Really?
Why would you say
He's an old man.
Who did this?
It's not bad. I had grey hair too.
You had.
Well, they told me because I'm really smart and like.
Oh,
they
Jesus
play.
Christ.
I don't know. How is that associated with great?
Actually, they said people that are very smart and intelligent, they have that. So for me, I'm a media person and I always love to learn. I always want to ask questions when need be. And I'm also self-learning because I learn myself. So growing up, I've always asked for people's help, in things that I want to be better at. And that's why when people say, how can you do this? It's because I've asked questions and because I've been able to teach myself as well. So at this age, I'm still under somebody. I still have mentors. I still have people that I'm working under because I also want to go far in life, and people would actually take me there. Whenever I tell people, I always tell them that people have actually, encouraged me and made me better. So I think apprenticeship is not, like, that's why I was disagreeing with you, that it's not limited to any age. If you want to learn under someone, you can go ahead if you know that person has a good experience in that field that you want to go to.
They're willing to teach you.
Yeah. So and I've been lucky to meet people that want to teach me. I know that at some points it could just end, but I mean, what they teach me, it's always amazing. I still know that I have one particular woman. I think now she doesn't really respond to my chat, but that woman has actually helped my diction. That was my first job I did at my first radio station I worked in. So she was able to teach me. I think I mentioned the time I was crying at her office. She was like, "Take this bucket, make sure you cry up the crying." I'm like, I'm telling you. Wow. So at the same time, she would draw me closer. You know, when she fights with me, she still draws me. So that woman, anywhere I get to, I mean, it was always amazing to work under her and for her to actually teach me. So I think apprenticeship is something that I would still even want to go to if I find someone better than some of my mentors. I still want to go there.
Don't learn on
that. I mean, I want to learn under people.
So in what cases will you not like go for apprenticeship? Like, what are some of the reasons you want to go?
And when they are not nice to me. I don't know. I don't understand. I mean, I don't understand in what cases that don't I want to go for an apprenticeship.
Go for someone that
I mean, you have to go for someone that has more experience.
Yeah, sure.
So I can't go for someone that.
Yeah, but then going somewhere for apprenticeship also has like its perks and
disadvantages.
Okay, maybe when there's no money involved. Okay,
yeah, so
and then
okay.
that actually brings it into so that brings it like into my next question.
Okay.
So going for apprenticeship when you like there's nothing gained except from the experience you're getting, like no money is being paid or nothing.
Well, that was same day.
Number one. Like if you make money your number one priority in life, I'm sorry, you're up for problem. Like number one thing should be.
I wish you said that in the last episode we did.
I said it, but we're not honest. I said it was value, not money. So like,
oh God,
like money should not. If you're trying to learn something, trust me, you will not have that money you want.
Yes, so I agree.
So just know that it's the.
Every day I come to this TV, I'm losing money, guys.
But you're learning.
But I understand.
Yeah, obviously, but then
Oprah, wait for your next Jerry Springer.
Exactly.
R.I.P. Jerry.
So your experience you get is like, should I say, like not really attached to the money you're losing, yeah?
No, it's not.
Because when you, I think
no,
when
the
you
thing
go
is with me,
to
I can
another
make
place
jokes
and you-
about,
Yeah.
but I can make jokes about the money I'm losing coming to work every day. But the thing is like the experience that I've gotten, everything I learn every time I step in this building is
the brand.
not even forget the brand for a second. It's like just every time I walk in this building every day, I learn something new. With work relations,
even up to
editing,
now, I still learn something.
Every single
I
day.
learn new things every day.
Yeah,
It's like even now, it's like he might seem crazy and a bit rough around the edges, but Mr. Show is like one of the smartest, one of our producers, like one of the smartest men I've
pick
ever
up most
met.
of the things
You
he
never
says. I pick up
actually-
most of the things he says.
like genuinely considering like one of the mentors of mine, like genuinely, he's such a solid guy. Shout out our producer, Mr. Show.
And Titi for always encouraging me, even I feel like crying sometimes.
Oh, you guys, now that you guys are mentioning names, I didn't think I was supposed to mention it, but yes. I mean, I would say Mrs. Titi is one of the softest spoken woman that I've ever met.
Soft, smart.
No, now,
patient.
so
I mean, she can be angry. I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know why you say this. That I don't know if people that teach me are always angry at me, but I always see them as very soft spoken. And Mrs. Titi is, I mean, she's better than all of them.
Oh, wow.
She could be angry at you and she's not raising her voice. I mean, there was a time that she was talking to somebody and what the person did actually was not okay. But she was just like calmly saying that, okay, I think we should actually. I'm like, how do you get this patience? Where you want to stay for my body?
His experience.
Where? You don't
Okay,
see.
so yes.
I'm crazy. I will be angry.
It's all good. Now that we've given our vote of thanks to our
good.
mentors and people we're aspiring to be, stay with us. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome welcome back. It's still the Run to Run TVC, and today we're talking about young people and fast money. You can follow the conversation using the hashtag Run to Run TVC. So before we get to the next question, I want to ask you guys like a quick one. Which person is your dream apprentice? Your mentor?
Is that a word?
Please, let's start
I don't
with words
know.
on Run to Run. Who is your dream person you want to work under? One person.
Zane Lowe.
Is that the wrestler?
Not the what? No, guys.
Zane.
Zane Lowe, this is he's an interviewer, media person. He works for Apple Music. Basically, conducts interviews with artists, gets to know the intricacies of their work, stuff like that. That stuff I've always wanted to do. And out of all the people I watch doing it, say Charlamagne the God, or people that do podcasts and stuff like that, he's so good at it because apart from getting the details in the music and the stratosphere of how getting into the mind of the artist and what they were feeling when they were creating it. You can genuinely feel this is someone that is relatable, that they're willing to share information with because he's so good at asking questions.
Oh, wow.
So good. And that's something I've always wanted to do. So someone like him, I'd love to work under him. Shout out Zane Lowe, Apple Music, if you're seeing me.
Who's your guy?
Who's your guy? Well, for me, I've not thought about it yet, but I've always liked Trevor Noah. So he's someone that I would
That's a
love
good shout.
to work
That's a good shout.
under. And if we're looking at the news area, so I just got to know that I think her name is Christiana Amanpour or something like that.
Amanpour, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
that's an
So
icon.
I think when it comes to
Nice.
news reading and all these big, I think I would love to work on that.
Please, I need to point
and
out
also
something.
Trevor Noah.
Sorry.
Trevor Noah is the first.
What concern Capricorn waiting with the talking?
That's not what she said. Even me as a Capricorn, I was like,
I'm
how
not
did
part
that
of my
one
star
find?
sign, but I love Amanpour.
Anyhow, I beg.
Okay.
Capricorn,
Oh my God.
Caprizone,
These
anyone
people.
join together.
I knew it. I knew somebody was going to say it.
It's all good. So yeah, I think most people have probably said this, but then I think the business mind of what Jay-Z, I think I'll probably want to do that. I
He's a
beg.
Capricorn.
with Jay-Z. You want dinner with Jay-Z over
Say
500k?
what?
You're one of those people that will take dinner with Jay-Z over 500k.
1,000 naira. Or
$500
No,
over.
no. If you say that on the head, that one can actually be a reason they do
In
something.
terms of hip hop, it's
That's what
probably
really
the
cheated on
greatest.
Beyonce.
Jesus Christ. Beyonce doesn't care about what you think. How about that?
Okay, the first
Does
one.
Beyonce even know they use Beverly to name people's children?
Does she want to exist?
Literally feels. Oh my
Well,
god. Okay, so the person I want to walk under Elon Musk.
See, when she said under, she's not thinking
Why do you have to do the whole cross-legged thing?
Under.
She said
No, like
under.
under.
She wants to walk under.
That wasn't going to attract
I
you.
want to learn from him. I feel like he's a risk taker. I'm a risk taker. I think he has mastered the art of risk taking.
No, wait. There are different levels to risk taking. You cannot compare the level of risk taking to risk taking.
No, and then I think we're on the same level.
Are you serious?
Elon Musk.
What?
What is this?
What is this? Baby, what is
started
this?
doing ass
Jesus
accent.
Christ.
She now
Can we
flipped
just
her
move on
hair.
with this show?
Elon Musk is not watching this show.
It's not.
Okay. Anyways, let me ask you. Okay, the question now is that.
God.
So now hustling on your own, I feel like we're all hustlers as Nigerians. It's like it's
everybody.
By force.
It's my fault.
You must be a
The moment you are born, hustler, yeah.
And that's what makes us great. So now, what are the pros and cons of working independently as a young person?
Not everything is going to be all
Okay.
Yeah.
As much as it sounds sweet to say, oh, I'm my own boss, I work under myself, bro, the money you are going
Exactly.
to lose
Not
in
everything.
the initial stages, bro.
Financially,
You have to
it's gonna
be
draining.
Financially and even emotionally ready.
Yeah.
But the fact that if you're starting a venture by yourself, you are going to lose so much money.
Now, this is where patience and commitment comes.
Why did you emphasize on commitment?
I said commitment.
Why did you emphasize on commitment?
well, based on what
Commit
happened.
to their relationships. Anyways,
Oh,
I feel like
Jesus
the pros, obviously, the pros is that working alone, you are kind of you're your own boss. You take you do your own things at your own pace.
Yeah,
and
sometimes
everything.
you don't sleep.
You don't, which is not bad. I
Which is
mean,
not bad. Wow. Okay. Who needs sleep?
you know,
Okay.
African base can go a whole month without sleeping. That was then, but now it takes.
Do you know what psychosis is? You will go mad. Bro, I used to watch videos of what happens if you don't sleep for 2 weeks. Talk about a month, you will die. You will jump. You will jump off a building and think you can fly. Don't try that shit too.
No.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, that's the big plus. But the cons are to save money, and then we always lie to ourselves that once you go independent, you don't need people. Like you don't need.
I think that's when you need more people.
That's when you need people, and then it's not easy to find people that are on the same wavelength as you are.
Exactly.
You will get people that will crush your dreams. It's very, very important.
Yes,
Don't get.
Okay, so those ones are basically like the haters that don't even want to.
Not really the haters.
They will tell you
they might even like you, but deep down they don't want it.
Or they
And
don't have
advise
anything
you
to add to what
wrongly.
exactly. They don't have
Or
anything to add towards your.
simply put, they just don't see the vision.
Yeah, that's why she said on the same level.
That's
You
the
must
word.
think
That's
alike.
the word, and
Yeah.
that's the big thing. You have to.
Because
work
how
with
many
people.
individual businesses do we know that they probably said, that's a dumb idea? Do you know how many big businesses
Yeah.
are like, that's a dumb idea?
That's why sometimes when CEOs, because my CEO is always what's the word? He's always talking to us harshly, and we from our end will think, oh, he's just being mean. But when I come from the CEO part, I'm not a CEO yet. But when I come from that aspect, I know that I'm working with a CEO, so I know that it takes a lot, because when you don't have people around you that actually share your vision, I don't know where that company is going to go. The company might actually crash. Now, I'm not going to say Lazarpay or Lazarpay. I know they're selling off their company. This young guy, Emmanuel, that owns it. So he's selling off his company. Now, I don't know if he didn't work with people that were sharing his dreams, but look at him now. He's about to sell, or he has even sold his company. I'm just saying that it is a struggle, and it's very sad when you as a CEO, you're working with people, your employees, your employees are not able, your HR is not able to, understand your vision. That company will crash. It's going to be very painful.
So that's one of the things.
But also at the same time, though, another thing, and I've been screaming about this for years. Do you know one thing as much as I hate to say, one problem that we have in Nigeria especially is like a lot of people in higher positions, just off the strength of the fact, some aren't like this, but just off the strength of the fact that you might be a young person, you just automatically nullify any idea you bring them, just off the strength of, oh, you're young, what do you know?
Exactly.
I've seen way more than you've seen.
Some people,
Instead of factoring like, oh, these are people that were born smack dab in a new generation, they know how certain things work, maybe I should listen to them and take some advice. But some people are like, no, my way is the highway. This is what will work for me.
That's how you know they're not smart.
Smart
CEOs now, when they like to employ Gen Zs.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Like, I remember
my
I was
CEO loves Gen Zs because he feels like they have something.
Always
unusual
wanted me
ideas
there
and
immediately, because like Gen Zs, I just want to hear their perspective. They're so crazy.
Yes. That crazy part, actually.
Exactly.
Yes. So I actually understand that. I think they actually, some of them, and I know where you're coming from, because there was a guy. I don't know if he's a designer or a developer. He was ranting on WhatsApp that how do companies just reject junior, stack developers or something? How do they reject them? How are they supposed to, get a high-level job or high-level paying job if you don't want to give them the opportunity?
Exactly.
I was not like advising that maybe you should just start from somewhere, start from Nigeria, because he was going outside of the country. Nigeria.
You don't see the vision. You don't.
But really,
that's the cause.
But really, it's just the fact that I don't know. Some people don't just want these younger ones, and we have sense. If it's like that, we do have sense.
Give us a chance.
You're not giving us the chance to do.
Yes. So okay, now the next question I want to ask now, factoring with the way life is, the economy, and then your life experience, would you, if you had the chance to do it again, would you go to university or rather pursue an independent venture, a passion, or career? If you had the chance.
Let me start.
If my popsy said either go to uni or I'll give you all the money that I would have put in your education to start an individual.
To hell with you, I beg.
God!
Oh, really?
Number
really?
1 year school fee.
I don't know.
Sportybet 1.5.
This guy, I reject it for you. Oh my God. No, I reject it for you. It will
it's for me, right?
Smart.
If you're smart enough, get to your profit and use to start your business. Your capital.
Word.
Yeah.
Word. It takes less than 2 minutes for that thing to conquer.
Until Bayern loses to the team last
my
in the
God.
league.
You know
Your
they call premium
eye
tears. You will cry in premium tears. Oh, crap. It's
Oh
fine.
my God.
But for me, I would say that it's university is not something I want to go back to. I like it, you know, the whole my parents will actually pay school and all, but it's not something I actually want to go back to. I don't see myself, because even my masters, I don't want to do masters. I'll be
like I
don't want to open any book and say that I'm ready to comprehend.
No, do you know what? I
I
understand
took
where
2
you're
courses
coming
online.
from, bro.
I am not done with them. Even though that's like something I can still go for, professional courses, you
No,
know.
I
start doing
understand.
I think a lot of people have that dyslexia.
But I would rather learn
they
from
don't know.
someone. I think I would rather learn from somebody.
So you go for apprenticeship over like getting an independent thing or something like that?
But if I was to go for a professional course, I think it has to be in person, because this online course, I don't think I'm there are people
Also,
that
I actually want to learn from
4
someone
or
that's
5
in the
online
game.
courses. Yes,
Someone
in the game,
significant in
than
the game.
doing all these courses. It's not me.
I'm sorry, like
I
in
need
this
someone
new
that
generation,
can do
it's
that.
not
Yes.
like I think most people now are seeing how young people are. Like when you look at Iron Star, look at Ice Spice, they're like 20s and they're already
You guys
making-
do your card.
Like if I did not go to school and spend 4 years of my life, I could be like Ice Spice.
Really?
Hey,
No, you can start now. It's not too late. You look like one. You look like Arista.
Yeah, but then,
and,
okay,
you know,
so I
you
think
can start
the
now.
capital they give us, you should probably inject
Yes.
it into medics and do the BB help. You know.
Not a bad idea.
That may be a shock me.
Yeah, okay, so then you do
that.
this, but we never can tell if the music is gonna.
No, I'm
proud.
talented. Anyways, then I'm very, very talented. I just want you guys to know. Elon Musk is very talented.
We agree.
Elon Musk, don't
We
be shout.
agree.
She's not watching this show.
Let's see to shock you. Let's go on a break. When we come back, more fast money moves and Sportybet. We'll be right back.
1.5 will save your
1.5
life.
odds can destroy you.
Yeah, watch football.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Ranch Room on TVC. As always, I'm Mohiz. Remember to join the conversation with the hashtag the Ranch Room on TVC. Now, all of us are here based in Lagos, San Francisco as they call it. Now, factoring and 9-to-5 jobs and our...
What's wrong with Beverly?
I cannot relate.
I don't know.
You cannot
Beverly
relate
is
what?
so...
I don't do
Beverly
anything.
Musk.
Yeah, thank you so
No,
much.
I like in Abulegba.
Okay.
She entered transport to come here, sir.
Get the confidence. Oh my God.
Anyways,
Yes, you entered an Uber, a private car to come here. Yes,
A private
transport.
you there, why
Private.
Yeah.
yourself?
Go on.
Anyways, my question is it even possible to navigate and live comfortably enough in Nigeria without having a side hustle? Is it even possible?
Okay, so it depends on what it is you're doing actually.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
depends on where you're working. Before you can say, oh yes, I'm living. And it depends on how much you're earning.
You
so
could be earning 1.2 and I don't think you need a side hustle.
You need a side hustle even though you're earning 5 million, because let me just tell you something. This, if like we talked about this earlier, if a company is paying you 5 million, it means you're making them 50 million. They will not pay you what you're not worth. And what they're paying 5 million, it might be too much for you, but they are buying your time.
it might be too much for you.
It's not like I'm saying you still need a side hustle, because they are buying you, they are buying your time. So you need to, because you need to leave that kind of company.
Okay,
That's
so
okay.
What if
5
they
million.
sack you?
the problem.
Exactly, what if they sack you? That's a good
Now
one.
I think there's a problem with that actually.
Yeah.
If they sack you, obviously you should have.
You get another
you
job.
should have before even you should have savings. You don't tell me you're going to waste all the whole 5 million on
Buying a
every
house
living
so
on
someone that
expense.
earns 1 million per month and is still begging for money.
He did not set his priorities right.
Yeah,
That
No,
was
it's-
it.
Yeah, she said
Number
it.
2, every
It's so
month, guy
good.
probably
Oh
thinks
my
this
God.
500k ticket to
Beverly.
enter.
Yo,
The
I
guy's
swear,
very-
I believe it. He probably puts like 500k on like 2 odds and then expects.
No, my point is that
1
if you're
something.
working for a company, don't put your basket, like these companies don't
put your head in one
Look at
basket.
John Lemon.
Yeah, they just fired him from
17
CNN.
years of his life, and now I'm sure he's still gonna get a job. But
for
like,
the people that don't know, that's a CNN news anchor who
Yeah,
just
he
got
said it
fired.
on
He's one of the
Twitter.
most recognizable faces on CNN. They literally just fired him. It's crazy.
like literally gave his life. That it just shows you that these companies don't care about you. So if you think you have a 9 to 5 that pays well, trust me, you are not.
I understand
safe.
what you mean by us being disposable to these companies. 100%. It's
So get a side
fact.
hustle.
It's factual. And yes, I personally believe that you need a side hustle. But if you're on 5M,
Oh, wait. Let's define this side hustle. Because they could have that money and be investing. So it's
That's a
as in
side hustle.
that's a
Side
side
hustle.
hustle.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe that's what they're doing.
That's
Okay.
what they should do. But we have people that are like they're just.
I feel like it also depends on the lifestyle you want to live. Thank you.
Yeah,
Because
that one.
if I'm on, say, 5M a month, that's what? 60 a year. That's 60M a year, you know. Like, depending on the type of life you want to live, it's like you could live a very comfortable life in a decent house, not too many cars.
It
Like,
depends.
most
Not too
things
many
in life,
cars, bro. What do you? Not too many cars. That's like 3.
it depends.
I
Again,
beg.
you have to factor in house or whatever. But
Except you have a family, that's where you can say not too many cars.
exactly.
But then
I'm
you're
talking about
alone, bro.
if I'm on
That's-
60M as
But
a
let's just so we
bachelor.
should just agree
Guy, I
that
don't know.
we all need
God.
side hustles
But
actually.
the problem now is that people have taken side hustle to look like I want to be an entrepreneur. To start a business.
Sorry, just say influencer. You want to be an
on-
influencer.
What do you mean?
They don't know how to start.
Who are you
business.
throwing
They
shade
just want to go
at?
and sell wig on Instagram. To start a business, you need to do your
very.
research. You
Hey.
need to read. You need to talk to experts.
The bullet you sent to thousands, if not millions of babes. You might as well just send for the skincare babes as well.
You get.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you just sub them also indirectly.
Capital vibes.
I'm sorry. I am not one of them.
Come.
Man. I respect your hustle.
But it's the truth for real. Like people don't understand that side hustle. Like if you want to start your own business, if you say your side hustle to start your own business, the reason why most people fail is that they think it's supposed to be I put my capital inside and I'm supposed to get money. No.
If not,
You
so
will
it's everybody
sleep.
from
Everybody
Yeah,
before
everybody-
everybody.
No, it's
But this
just
side hustle
romanticized
thing,
right now.
this side hustle thing can be really stressful.
So this now
and
goes into
draining.
my next question, yeah?
Yeah.
Obviously, we live in the most creative era of all time. Like, it's no longer straight, like, again, lawyer, doctor, engineer, disgrace.
Disgrace.
You know how it goes. Like, there's so many different ways to make money now.
Yeah.
So, as young adults, what would you guys say? And again, legal methods, though. What legal, new age, creative ways do you think there are to make money that you don't think a lot of people are actually considering?
YouTube. Like I did
What
not.
a whole lot of people are already into that. Even the ones that don't.
But
make
some
sense.
people aren't
Face-
considering it
Facebook
though.
ads.
I'm telling you.
Even contents that don't make sense are being put, and then they still get their money
And those
from
ones
it.
are like see something. Take it as you're taking school. People don't realize. They think it's just I put a little effort. I put the effort I think I need to put, and then I get returns. No, it's literally school. I've seen people that earn $18,000 per month on just like their YouTube they've posted like 5 years ago. They're making $80,000.
Yeah, no, yes.
Bro, I've always said it,
Yeah,
bro.
because people always
On
overstep it. So
YouTube,
yeah, YouTube, but
you
YouTube
don't
is
even need
something that
credit. You need
we already
if
know
you
you can
have
make
just
money on
one video that is a hit,
one
you
video
are
can
set.
change your life, bro.
Ask Spice, how was she launched?
Bro, you know Oppa Gangnam Style by Psy. Do you know? I saw a stat. This song
Baby
dropped
Shark,
in like
just Baby Shark
Baby
alone.
Shark
2012. On average, that guy has made 6 million every year since that song came out.
Imagine.
And that's just Oppa Gangnam Style. Do you know how many talking Despacito? Do you know how many videos have surpassed it? So just off the strength of that, do you know how Justin
It's passive
Bieber
income.
doesn't need to do anything again off the strength of Baby. Talk less of the other stuff he's done.
Doesn't.
Bro,
Big.
Man, there's
YouTube
money,
is even
though.
another one. Another thing that
Facebook
people
too is there.
don't do because people might feel either too bougie on it. Freelancing, yo. Freelancing. Like providing a service or so. Like let's say us, for example,
That's why now,
editors.
you know Fiverr, yeah?
yeah.
Upwork.
But they
That
don't
kind of
like they
stuff
don't like
works on me.
Nigerians in this. You change your VPN, like the whole process is crazy. Nigerians, why? Why like to spoil market
They
of
don't
people like
cast.
us?
We don't
Guys.
cast. There was
You
one that my friend
guys.
They will
ACX.
stop answering
My
for
friend
me.
had to register
Once they
for
say
me.
plus 2, 3,
My
4,
friend had
it's
to
like,
register
nah.
for me in the US. So she did it for me, and then I've been using it. All for me to now go back to that site, and I'm seeing identify your tax number and everything. I'm like, how?
They don't flag
So
you.
if I'm not if I'm not fighting with that, I'm then I say bring your tax number or something. I don't even know if she's paying tax or something. And I'm paying tax here in Nigeria. I'm paying tax here in Nigeria.
So obviously we said freelancing, there's YouTube. Do you guys maybe friends seeing other professions that you might do? Do you guys have any other ideas for people? Don't say only
Twitter.
How did I know?
So
She was going to
wait.
say OnlyFans?
I know.
So you know you necessarily don't have to do anything crazy.
On OnlyFans.
Yeah, it's just
Musicians on OnlyFans.
You don't have to do
Shy
anything
guys
crazy.
on OnlyFans.
Oh yeah, that's
course
true.
you know that.
Cardi B is on OnlyFans. I don't think she's doing crazy since she's married. Why would she do that?
That is not a limitation.
Their feet and get so much. Like people are
Bro,
using OnlyFans to pay
see,
their
I
student
can't lie. I need
loans,
to face the
to go to
camera and do
university.
this. So my gender, we can be very useless. So, like, if you're spending money per month,
You're
for
gifting this
feet
pet. Oh
pics.
my god.
Bro, I don't know if you guys know who Bad Baby is.
I don't know. Thank you.
You are a
Maybe
liar.
you,
but
yeah,
it's fine.
maybe you
No,
do.
honestly, I
because
did
I was
actually.
trying to think of the name. Maybe you do. You said
I
you
do,
don't
I do,
know.
I do. Is it Bad Baby or Bad Barbie?
Whatever whatever her name
White
is,
girl.
white girl, red hair,
Oh, that's
catch
my-
me outside.
Oh
That's your
yeah,
girl?
then definitely. I know
That's
her
your
then.
girl?
Bro,
Catch me outside.
bear in mind, this goes deep into how sick human beings are. Like, bro, the day she turned 18, she started on OnlyFans, bro. She broke a record. She made 2 million in a
I
night.
think I read that news.
Just off registration.
before.
She
I
hadn't
read
even
that news
posted
story.
anything.
Can
Off
you
registration, she made 2M.
None of the perverts are on the internet, that's for sure.
Because for people to be that willing to drop money, that people were already sexualizing her way before that. For 2M to be ready in a night.
what the
come on,
government
bro.
should have done was all of those people that like subscribed here, they should have just gone to that pack.
Bro, the
No, they don't
police
have
should
any
have done a
rights.
sweep and
No,
just
I don't- I
arrest
don't
all
advise any
of
girl.
them.
They don't
bro.
have what?
They don't have any right to speak. She's already 18. She's already an adult.
So you don't get. There was already a motive before she turned 18.
Like, even if you don't
They
arrest them,
already
you have to
thought
question
of
them.
Okay,
You
people
have
talking
to
about
question them.
arresting.
But again, oh yeah,
Yes,
My own
anyways,
Definitely
let's move on
OnlyFans.
from
Don't
all this
do
topic.
OnlyFans.
Like sure.
Your pictures are going to be on the internet forever, and like,
But you like
both
it.
of you to assume that some people care about that.
yeah, you know that there's a lawyer girl on Twitter that she's always
I saw
they took
that.
The Nigerian one?
the Nigerian girl, they took
Lawyer.
her.
Bro, they
my goodness.
disbarred
Lawyer.
her,
Disbarred
bro.
her.
They disbarred
And she doesn't
her,
care
bro.
because she's making so much money on OnlyFans. I'm not advising anybody
I can't
to do
lie.
it.
If I
Wow.
go
Wait, she's
to
actually a
uni
lawyer.
Wow.
for 5
And
years,
she's in
Was
Nigeria.
bro, I'm so sorry. If I go to uni for
What? She
5,
said
6
was.
years and I'm
She was
posting,
disbarred.
yeah, she was disbarred, bro.
Of
Bro,
course.
if I go to uni for 5,
Wow.
Then
6
she's
years
still
to
making
study
money.
law, and I make, you know how the bar exam is, first of all, and I actually passed the bar. You think I'm risking that? That woman is brave, oh. Or she must know that she must make
Woman,
some serious bar.
Oh, she
Wow.
does. She does. Like, I
Lady.
think people are just. What's
Hey.
making you happy? Do what makes you happy.
Fair, sure.
Do what
But
makes you
6
happy.
years of you.
Don't just do anything illegal. Do what makes you happy. Money will come.
And I'm
They lie
actually
for
so
money.
glad that you said that, because that goes into my next question now.
Hmm.
Let's pretend money wasn't a factor. Let's say you could pick from a bucket, you could pick a job of your choice that you'd make as much money as you want in this life. If money wasn't a factor, what would you do as a profession? I'll start from you.
No, can you carry? I'm still thinking. I'm thinking between Elon Musk's wife or Jeff Bezos' wife.
Jesus.
So
Money is always the main. So I think I'll probably. I don't know. I'll probably just go into gaming or just YouTube.
That's a good shout. That is a
If money was not a factor, what would I be doing?
bro.
What would I be doing?
I'll probably just go
Wow.
into gaming.
So people don't know the answers to this question. So people are not introspective at all.
Wow.
Says the person that just skipped. They said, "Oh,
I'm still thinking about it. Yeah.
Still thinking.
What would I think this is what I'll be doing.
No.
That's admirable.
Because that's something even though at some point my profession was changing from a doctor to a lawyer, you know, but
When decisive.
Let's not say
no, but I think this is what I'll be doing. And if this is not what I will be doing, then I'll just be a rich man's wife actually.
God bless you, because I would have done it, but I was too far.
I will do. I'll definitely be making movies, like working for. I'll direct Marvel movies. I'll say you. I don't give up. I don't care
Wow.
about money. I
You
want
direct Marvel movies.
Marvel movies, yeah.
If I don't
Avengers.
reach some kind of level before, if you did direct Marvel movies,
Omo.
no go.
Now, is it the Marvel movies that it's on already, or you'd have been with them when they started?
Like the one they want to create, I want to work for them and create.
So on what kind of movies? I have it. On what kind of movies? Are you talking
Maybe
about like the
series.
gender-based movies or just everything?
Everything.
Probably.
Great. I like to explore the
I
great,
think it
great
would be-
area of humanity. If you know what I mean.
No.
You know what she said?
No.
She just said nudity plus.
That's what I
beg.
Honestly, I think it's the only fun kind of movie she
Imagine
wants to
seeing Rocket
produce.
Raccoon and Groot. Oh my! I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
With
for
that being
I am
said,
so sorry for
guy, because you just. Hey, Oh God.
Let's wrap up.
Thank you for joining us on this.
What is thank you?
Thank you. In fact, I'm sorry that you had to join us in the rant room today. Remember to join this conversation with the hashtag the rant room on TVC. As always, I've been Ohizwi.
Beverly Moss or Bezos?
Jesus
Tani.
Christ.
Please remind us what you studied again before you.
EJ, exciting EJ.
I said, can you remind us what you studied in
Thank you so
Home
much.
science.
Bye.
Home science.
Bye. Bye.